Yeah, I
during
was
that time?
embedded in with the American troops when we were taken into with the American troops. It was the first time that they used the term embedded journalist, and we were 2003 went with the American to Iraq invasions, and then I was captured. I ran away from captivity, and I ran away. I was escaping the death sentence by Saddam Hussein regime. Then I managed to come back to my country and India. In fact, I came to India, not to my Syria country, because my family were in India, so I had to come back to India. So it was a tragic story, and everything was carried out by the American. I start from what ambassadors have spoken at the end. American regime change by force. That was the policy of the American. They have been carried out even in Afghanistan, in Iraq, in Syria, Yugoslavia, name it. I mean, Libya, Yemen, Sudan. Even American have been always advocating of regime change by force. That's the policy, right? So when President Trump came, he said, "I'm against this policy. I'm not going to implement it." Here you go. You see another president of Trump, the second tenure, that he is a different person who is advocating war according to his own. He understands there is no international law. He thinks that he is above the international law. He can do the unilateralism and exceptionalism in
Are
the
you
American
surprised,
policy.
Dr. Awad?
I'm not surprised. I tell you something. If had come from any other country, if the people of Iran wanted the change, I'm with the Iranian people because I traveled Iran extensively. That's one point. But let us remember 1953. Mossadegh was elected by the people of Iran democratically. Who toppled him?
The CIA.
The CIA and the MI6.
Operation
The operation and Mossad.
Ajax.
And they tried to created the havoc with the Safag in Iran, and where the people, millions of Iranians were killed, jailed, and ambassador will agree with me on this. That is why the hatred was against. The problem was the aspiration of the people of Iran was for a better life, for freedom, for everything. But then it came with the Khomeini regime, and they hijacked it also with the movement, and it became an Islamic Republic 1979. The first things they have done, they closed the Israel embassy, they opened a Palestinian embassy. It became an anti-Iran, anti-American, anti-Israel. So that is this starting. So therefore, a regime change in Iran is always on the card. It's a legitimate demonstration. They have a problem. There is inflation. There is unemployment. There is a currency problem. But in Iran, till now, it's not a revolution. This is not a revolution. What is a revolution actually? If we speak of revolution or regime change. Revolution, when you want the whole system to be changed, you want it to replace with another system. Look at my country, for example.
Syria.
I mean, the American, the Gulf country, everybody said that we have spent billions of dollars, more than $2,000 billion was spent to topple the regime. Even the former Prime Minister of Qatar, Hamad bin Jassim, he said it on the BBC interview. So the regime change in Iran was started in 2006. And exactly when the UN started implementing the sanctions on Iran. And those sanctions, this is meant the similar replica of what they have done in Iraq. In Iraq, they did the same thing. Sanction, oil for food, and then the middle class collapsed, and totally the people were ready to accept even the devil, the evil, to just finish the regime of Saddam Hussein. And now they're saying, we wish that Saddam Hussein is still alive. So you don't think that in this kind of a changes for a betterment of the people. So when America speak of democracy and wanted to change and go and hijack a Venezuelan president and his wife and attack them, and you expect him to be the president of Venezuela, he wanted to be the president of Nigeria, Greenland, Libya, Algeria, and also Iran. So God knows, maybe India in the near future.
Oh, please.
You never expect.
Shub
He can do
bolo,
anything.
Awad Sahab.
I'm telling you, he can do anything. You expect everything.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching ANI podcast with Smita Prakash.
अगर हम उसको मस्जिद कहेंगे तो फिर विवाद होगा।
The issue is टूटा है क्या भारत?
400 पार का मतलब ये है कि संविधान खतरे में है।
क्या हम लोग ये निर्देश देते हैं कि फला को गिरफ्तार करके जेल डाल दें?
वही तो कह रहे हैं सब।
ये बेबुनियाद निराधार आरोप।
सच्चा सुनना चाहो देखो स्मिता प्रकाश ANI, it does not lie.